Alright folks, welcome to my very first episode of Morselcraft. My name is Cheshire, and today I'm going to showcase what I've currently built, and in future episodes my rough plan is to record as I go, make a bit of a series out of this, and also leave it open to suggestion or ideas, which you can drop down in the comments section below. You know, just throwing out there what you want to see done, where you want to see this go, and I'll balance that with what I want to do and where I want to see this go, and we can sort of do this wee series journey together. It'll make it a little bit more interesting, I hope, and also, to be frank, it's going to make my gameplay a lot more interesting, because generally I play solo in a single player world, and I just want to spice things up a bit. I want a bit of, I don't know, what's the word? I want a bit of zest, a bit of drive. I want a reason to continue building on this current map. So I thought this series might be a good way to kickstart that. So, let's talk about what we've got here. Basic path leading off from a mushroom area, which I started in, and we're going down into an elevator section which will take us down into our underwater base. So that's predominantly where everything is. It's a big industrial sort of living quarters, which produces most of what I need. So let's head on down there. We track here. Interesting enough, I've actually built this wee minecart track that if the minecart for whatever reason is not here, you can just press that button and it will bring it from the other side all the way here. Pretty handy little function. I've edited the sound files so I don't have the minecart rail noise going on. I don't really like that. And also I do apologise in advance for the wind chimes you can hear in the background. I quite like them, but you might not. Alright, so here we are. Got a couple of tracks here. That one obviously takes us back to where we were. This one here takes us to my guardian farm, which I'll show you after. Got a wee gate here because I do have some villagers and foxes occasionally wandering around. Don't want them escaping. Alright, so this is my underwater spear. It is actually a spear. The bottom half here is rounded off as well. Yeah, so I don't know. I sort of drew inspiration from this when I was watching Mumbo's Hermitcraft series for Season 6. And when he started building his giant spear, that's where I got the idea to put one in myself on this map, but do it underwater, and then yeah, so it's not a direct copy of them, I don't think, but I like it. It suits what I need. It looks pretty. You know, we've got the beach sort of coral vibe going on there with some turtles. Over here we've got the mushroom biome, sort of like a glacial biome with a bit of snow and whatnot, and then your generic woods. You know, so generic, but it had to be in there. As you can see here, I have a piping system running down and around. So essentially what happens here is any items I drop into this chest filter down and get shot up through here, and will travel all around this loop, drop back down and go to my storage system, which is an automatic sorter with a light indication function which allows me to tell when those chests are full or not. These extra little downpipes coming off from behind and that feed back into it, they run off into various different little farm builds, and each one of these pipes has roughly at least 2 or 3 different pipes running off into different farms connected into it, and that way essentially I have myself a fully automatic farm for whatever I need, and it just filters it all the way around, down to my storage system. I don't need to do anything. And that's brilliant, because then I can just carry on building in my base, or I can be AFK while I'm watching some videos. And my resources are just stacking up. So we'll start the tour off down here. There we are. Elevator. So this is the storage room in here. Sort of tried to make it a bit pretty. I like what I have here. I've got a chest, not for everything, because I don't use everything, but for mostly everything. And definitely for what I'm going to use. You see this prismarine shards one here is full. And so that light's popped on. If it wasn't filled, like this one here, light's off. Pretty handy actually, because then I can run back up to my lever room, turn that farm off, and I won't be backlogging up my system and creating unnecessary lag by having items coming through a system that I actually don't want. I could have just done a lava overflow at the end, where the items, if they're already full up, just travel around, but I thought if I cut it off at the source at the farm itself and run a wire out to there, then, as I said, I'm reducing unnecessary lag, because I don't need those items traveling around here if they're just going to get burnt up. It's just a waste. Iron, I'm well stocked up on. I started an iron farm pretty much as soon as I built this base, and I've just left that thing running and been slowly converting it over to blocks. Gold, not too bad. I have a wee gold farm in the Nether, which I go AFK there a bit, but I don't use gold besides power rail and golden carrots, so I don't necessarily need it. Emeralds, yeah, I keep spending those. I do have a few more in my trading room, but yeah. Crafting benches, as you can see, nothing really around. I wanted to sort of keep them out of the way, because this is sort of like a clean cut little environment, and I didn't want to put them down on the ground here because it just didn't look right to me. So just sort of got them hidden away there, using one of Mumbo Jumbo's builds that I've grabbed off his video. I must say in advance, all of the redstone work you will see here belongs to various different people, like the original ideas and concepts. Some of it I've tinkered with and played with and adjusted, some I've kept original, but the majority of it is not an original concept by me. I do need some rockets. Grab those for later. Suppose I may as well put my armor back on. Gunpowder is well stocked. Like, I made a gunpowder farm and I really don't need all of that, but I don't know, it's there. Slime farm, I've just a small little area down in one of my smithing, no, not my smithing areas, excuse me, in one of my farming areas. I've got a little small slime farm done up. Yeah, I'll show you all of that shortly. And again, just another wee crafting bench that pops out. Quite neat, I like them. This is my random assortment chest, so anything that doesn't have a dedicated storage just gets filtered into there, which is quite good. And this is my rubbish bin. What are we going to drop in here? We'll drop the leads and we'll drop the leather. Filters through and straight onto the cacti. Didn't want lava, I like the look of a cacti better. Cactus. Beauty of this is it won't filter through until I close it, because it's using a trap chest. Another one I grabbed off Mumbo. Thanks, Mumbo. So here is my little control room with an item frame and an item in it. You know, just signifying what's going on. So obviously, red's on. So I've got fish, prismarine crystals, chicken, and carrots, beetroot, carrots, beetroot, watermelon, pumpkin, bread still filtering through, and me iron. The rest I've got turned off because I've filled them up completely. Over here we have my sugarcane farm and my bamboo farm. They're just floating there because all of these hoppers are completely full. And I don't need any more. I could just destroy it and remove it and use the space for someone else, but I just kind of want to keep it. It was one of the first farms I built as well. This is taken a while, but yeah, I've got myself a wee library in here. These are all my enchantments. So what happens is when I'm working here, if I've got something I don't want to hold on to, fill up with enchantment books, just drop it down into there and it will travel back around. Into here. So that's quite good when you're producing mass amounts of enchantment books. You can just drop them all off down there, they'll filter around, and you can just carry on working. It's pretty good. We do got a little sort of hidden away area here. And this is just my trading room. I'm using a few data packs that Morselcraft use because I find them quite handy. My server is not modded at all, but I do have data packs installed. Just a couple like Enderman No Griefing and being able to silence villagers. I did have a data pack up for villager death notifications, but I actually found that was quite just intrusive. I always got a pop-up of villagers dying because I have a villager breeder, and I think it's the entity cramming of when they get to 26, if you get another one in there, they just die. They take suffocation damage, so I was getting a notification all the time, and I kept running around my base like, oh my gosh, my villagers have died. But they actually hadn't. It was just those excess ones down there. So yeah, these guys have got some good trades. Mending and fortune. We have fire protection, channeling. I think this fella's Riptide, yep. Fire aspect, yeah. Well, we can join those to get 2. Acro affinity, that's always nice. Yeah, looting free. You get the gist. There's a few of them around. Press that to head back out. Yeah, so that's that wee room done. Over to the next one here is my Neverwalk farm. Now I used to have dispensers hooked up here, which when I pressed a button over there would just spill out the water. All of these would filter off down into these half slabs and into a transportation system going back into my storage room. I had to dismantle that when I done my lever room because the wiring just, I didn't have enough room, so I'm going to have to redesign that at some stage. Down here, oh no, down here we have a villager, I believe. Yep, there he is, my wee priesty. Barely use him, but this is sort of like potion room, so you just stack up what you want. Drop down your ingredients there, and your output will be down here. Pretty handy, especially for the night vision potions, which I make quite a bit of. I find them actually quite handy when I'm just doing like my cabling for my wiring, because then I don't have to carry a whole heap of torches with me. Essentially, that is this whole bottom layer here. So we press this wee button there. Courtesy of Mumbo or Iskal or both of them, I've got that wee switcheroo elevator there. It's pretty good. And we'll start off with my farms. So all like sort of my crops, my cropping area. Huh? Rookie. And we arrived in my smithing area. I always get so confused down here. Like, I pop up from the elevator, I have a quick look around and I'm like, right, I'm going to this way, and I get up there and it's like, oh, I didn't look properly and I've ended up in the wrong spot. It's the joy of having a rounded base. But yeah, so this is my smithing area. I've got a wee little rooms for the villagers, 3 of them, and this is my furnace. So anything I drop in here will travel through down into my super smelter and just cook it incredibly fast, and it'll filter off up that chute. This here is where I just load in my, which has lately just been a heck of a lot of bamboo because I have so much of that. And over here is the start of my sort of dwarven mine I've been working on. So it's just a minecart rail that takes you over to another wee biome island. So you jump in there and you head over, and yeah, I haven't finished it all, so we can start doing that on some videos. But back down underneath here, I have my redstone laboratory. Like a dedicated space for working on redstone projects. Just little... Go away, spider. Little machines and whatnot. I've got a dedicated area to build them up in and see how they work and how I can tweak with them, get them working differently or whatnot. And for the ones that I use over and over again, I like to keep up a permanent display of them, so I've got a reference. And as I've been going on a server, I think I've played a couple 100 hours easily on this map already. There's some redstone contraptions that now I just know off by heart, and through Mumbo Jumbo's redstone videos, I've really managed to get an idea of how redstone works and just playing with it over time. So it's just a little display of every single redstone item, more or less, how they work, functions. Lecterns was a new one for me. I really had no idea about that little function. It is so cool. Note blocks, they're really handy. I like playing with them. Obviously that wee sound here that you've heard when I've opened up my secret doors is from Zelda. Love it. It's just, it adds a little bit extra class, I think, into opening a secret door. Might be overdone, you know, people might be over it. Don't really care, I'm not doing it for people, it's for myself. I just like pressing that button and hearing that noise. It's quite neat. Random, annoying ambient lighting by the bats. Thank you, bats. And then here, press this button, will go through and cycle every single note noise in Minecraft, the different instruments, all on the same F note. I love that banjo. I've got to do something with that, and maybe just like Super Mario. But yeah, that's that. And here we have the switcheroo elevator. I don't actually know what this is called, but that's what I call it, because, well, it switches the block. You press that button there, bam. And because of the comparators, it's on time delay, and then it will switch back. Pretty handy. I love that thing. Beats having like an up and then a down elevator, which a few of my areas still have that, so that needs to be worked on. Down here is generally a couple of creepers, some slime, and some skeletons or a spider, because I haven't lit this place up properly yet. I'm not sure what I want to do with the lighting, but yeah. Yeah, I also have the mob heads enabled with the data pack from Morselcraft, and that's pretty cool. Just adds a little bit of extra zing to the game, you know. You just go along, you stab everything, and occasionally you get a head. It's cool. Better take care of him before he takes care of me. Thank you, sir. Not that I need your gunpowder anyway. Down here we have more or less just like a very short version of how my minecart rail system works. Came up with this idea myself, not looking at any videos. I'm not going to say it's original. Someone else has already probably done it. But yeah, I just figured it out and it works. So if I press that button, it shoots off, right? But if I press the same button again, it comes back. Same over here. Press that button. Press it again. Just, I don't know, it's handy. I only like to have one minecart on the track because sometimes I'll jump off one area, die and respawn, and then I'll jump in a minecart, travel along, there's another minecart there, and I'll bounce off it and go back, and it's rather annoying. Same thing goes if you've got other people playing on your server. Yeah, that's where it becomes an issue as well, because minecarts just get left everywhere. The wee block swapper. So that yellow block there represents the wall. Wall drops down. Crafting table pops out. Love it. I've used it a few places. Here, I've been playing around with something, trying to work out how I'm going to get the ender chest hidden, but then revealed. Unfortunately, the only way I can do that is by having it at this height. I can't figure out how to have it up at this height yet. Double extended pistons don't work. A piston here doesn't work because this is obviously my sorting room, and I want a block here. I don't want to see a piston, so I don't know. Still playing around with that. Wee hipster block swapper from Mumbo. Might end up using that yet. See if I can get up there. Nope. Alright. But, as you can see, it's all blocked off. 3 tracks. And you would have access to your chest and that, which can be lined up on these barrels. So yeah, we'll play around with that. Automatic nether portal that I broke somehow. I'll work that out. Yeah. So that's my wee laboratory. Which was actually quite fun to build. That's the bottom of my super smelter up in the smithing room. Oh, I almost forgot. Built this light dance machine using one of Mumbo's tutorials, and this tutorial was like from 2013, so it was quite funny listening to him, the difference in his voice. Yeah, so what happens, you put a song in, the parrots to work, and the light goes. I just love that. And then to take the record out, which a hopper catches it, filters it back in here, and the lights go back to normal, which is really cool because I didn't want that on all the time. But yeah, I don't know why they twerk, but they twerk, and it's amusing to watch. Let's talk about my resource pack I'm using. Not mine, it's done by BDcraft and Splax. So Splax is the main author. BDcraft's like sort of his company name. So this is called Pure BDcraft, and yeah, the textures, I've been using this for years and I just love it, it's amazing. And also they have sound packs which I use as well, just to give the game a little bit more different sound quality to it, which is quite nice. So that was my smithing and redstone area. Let's head over to my farm this time, actually my farm. So we head up these stairs, and bam, very generic, you know, some little villager here doing his thing. Just slowly planting. Likes to jump a lot. Built a well. Well. Yeah, actually functional. Infinity water source in there. Don't know why, don't need it. Surrounded by a bloody ocean. And here, yeah, villagers were very stock standard. And get down underneath to where all the magic is. Oh no! Remind me to close that when I go back up there, otherwise we'll die. Yeah, Automatic melon farm. Automatic pumpkin farm. Automatic bone meal. Automatic pumpkin farm again, and pumpkin. So this pumpkin here and this melon, they feed back into my storage. These two pumpkins here feed into my compost making machine, which is pretty cool. And this one here is just excess of vegetables or crops or whatever. I just drop them into there and I'll feed into the composter. That's the sign there telling me to build a tree farm. Haven't done it yet. My wee foxberry production. That's pretty cool. Nothing too fancy. There's just minecarts and hoppers under here. They harvest a berry. They get one berry payment, you know, for their work, and then they drop the rest of the berries. So pretty cool. Through here is where the carrots, beetroot, potatoes, and wheat all comes from. They harvest them. They take them to this chap here. That chap there can't pick it up. Falls straight down a hole below him and filters back through my whole entire system. Pretty good. That's about that. Get back up. Yes, I know. Close the door. Why I've got to close them? Otherwise my villager goes into the water, falls down, and dies. Happens so many times, and it's just not cool. Because, you know, I get lonely. I get lonely playing by myself, so sometimes it's nice just to come here, stand by the villager, then I feel better, and then I walk away. Can't do that, though, if he's died. Over here is sort of a very Americanized barn. Don't know why. I'm not American, but when I thought of a barn, I was like, yeah, that's what a barn looks like. So yeah, we've got two of each animals. Maybe I should have done an art. Got a couple of chook-chooks over here. Some chickens. And then with my wee fox breeding thingy here. So what happens is I breed them with some berries. You know, by getting into that room. Then I quickly leave the room. And I just gotta crouch here and wait. And occasionally, the baby will stand there on the trapdoors, press the trapdoors, baby falls down, baby comes out. Brilliant. Then you have scenic foxes walking around your base. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, we'll head down underneath. I just went the long way. Don't know why. And show you what I've got down here. This is where all my slime comes from. So slime spawn down here quite a lot. And jump on over here, trying to get that fellow there. Land on the magma, die. Snow farm. Pretty self-explanatory. Kind of regret taking this pumpkin off. I thought he would look better, he certainly doesn't. Over here was my cow farm. It broke, so no more level for me. All my chickens come from here. Just producing raw chicken. Jeez, that's noisy. Then I have a butcher in here, I think. Oh no, that's right. Rip butcher. What happened is he was like, la di da di da, bop bop bop, death. Yeah, just like that. My wee lever to turn off the feathers. Don't need to turn that off yet, so I've left it on. Why that lever's down there is because I ran out of room in my lever room, and because of the way all of this is built, I don't actually have a lot of room in the walls. Like, my whole entire base is here, and it's very compact. Got a bedroom down there for a guest. I don't get those, but you know, there's a guest room. My bedroom's over there. Show you the last few things. So get down to my bedroom, which is actually here under this aquarium. Can't remember if it's this side or not. Yes, it is. Hey. So we drop down here. Come through, and yeah, sort of aquarium where the fishies hang out, the turtles. My bedroom, because orange is one of my favourite colours. And then yeah, it's turtley, see? Then you just head back up. And there's a turtle there in a forest. Not something you see every day, but hey. Over here, I think this is my Neville portal room. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, it is. So yeah, which takes you through to my gold farm and blaze rod farm. I haven't done too much else in there though, so it's nothing really worth showing. You've seen a gold farm, you've seen them all. Yeah. And that other bedroom over there with the lava. Same thing again. Yeah, so that is pretty much that for my base. The Guardian farm I might show you in another episode, because, well, it's pretty standard. I went along with what Iskal and Cubfan built, just watching what they built on Hermitcraft Season 6. I sort of replicated that and it works for me. It probably doesn't get the same amount of rates, but it's pretty cool. And then also this Dwarven mine I'm working on. We'll see that in another couple of episodes as I start working on it properly. At the moment I only have a track running to it, so not worth showing off. So for my base here, that's pretty much that. But one final thing I am going to show you today is a floating island I worked on. That took ages, and I haven't done anything with it. Basically I built it, decorated it, and left it at that. I am considering figuring out how to build a dragon inside of it. It just sort of like curls up in a ball and just stays there stationary, of course. Does absolutely nothing. It looks epic. So yeah, that's on the cards. I can just... No. I suck at flying. Just to let you know. Alright. Noob. Alright. Oh my gosh. This is embarrassing. See, I've never been able to take off directly from the ground like everyone does on Hermitcraft. I've always got to have like something to jump off. Which is really embarrassing. But let's take a running jump from here. Hey! So yeah, sort of done a floating island. Didn't make it completely flat underneath. Sort of chunked it out a wee bit. And then put some vines in underneath to make it stand out. Brought some dogs up here and cats and bred them like crazy. Oh, and some of my parrots. Just to keep creatures away. You know, creepers and skeletons. There's a chicken here. Yeah, I don't know. So I sort of went for a Roman Greek build. I don't know, Hanging Gardens of Babylon, hybrid, mixed thing. That works. Still don't know what to do with it though. Like, I've got this whole area down here and just a random fountain, which takes me down to the inside. Let's get the right side. Which is disgusting. It is just full of torches. It is crazy. Like, I don't even know how many torches, and glowstone, which is lighting up the top part. Yeah, it's horrendous, and it's not functional at all. And it's totally the wrong elevator. Whoop whoop. So yeah, just a few pillars on the ground with vines on them. Obviously under here is where all the glowstone is. Gives it a nice little lighting effect without having torches everywhere, which I really hate. It just, yeah. And speaking of torches, I mean, I know it's sort of old news now, but when they brought out lanterns, I was so excited. Because then you have like a different variant. Like, imagine wanting to light this up, you just have torches here. Or you'd have to have a redstone lamp. But now you can just have lanterns and it looks so much prettier. But yeah, so I've done these wee canals along here. Oh, and pufferfish. They're glass, so it doesn't block off the light underneath and you can sort of see up, which is kind of neat. Random trees here with no purpose. None of them do. And then up here is sort of littered with lanterns. Yeah, sorry about that. Some wee flowers on the outside, pretty it up. But in here, I want to get rid of all of these lanterns and basically have a sleeping dragon. Sort of have him curled up into a ball, you know, like head tucked into his butt almost, tail sort of wrapping around him. Not sure what colours I would go, but it would look pretty epic if I can do it right. Not sure if I can, I've never done one before, but that's... flying is not happening. That's sort of what I want to try out. I'm pretty sure I can watch some videos from either Gren or one of his friends that helped him with the dragon on Hermitcraft Season 6, and I could get something going here. Hey! Yeah. Over in these Badlands over here, I want to build a volcano. And I got inspired from that by watching Good Time with Scar, watching what he done on Hermitcraft with his volcano. And I just died. And yeah, I decided I want to do a volcano with a twist. I wanted to have a wee random clock on it that every now and again it just decides to spew lava. I thought that would be pretty cool. And so I've already done this water base. I guess you could class the floating island as an air base. I'm working on the stone mine as we speak. So that's sort of like an earth base, and then yeah, I guess the lava would be like a fire base, well not necessarily bases, but builds. So you got the 4 elements there. It's sort of a theme that just cropped up when I started doing this, and I kind of like that. I'll just head back and grab my stuff. But yeah, so we've got a few things we can do with this series, Morselcraft, that I've just started. I've got no idea whether it's going to take off or not, and I guess that's kind of irrelevant. I'll just keep recording as I go. Yeah, we'll see what happens over time. Yeah, again, my name's Cheshire. Thanks very much for watching my video. If you have any questions or any suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And yeah, subscribe, because I'm going to have videos coming out on a weekly basis, maybe even twice a week, if I really get into this. So we'll see how that goes. Again, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Bye.